All right, we've talked quite a bit about songs and creating. Let's talk about copyrights. What does a copyright mean?
A copyright, yeah, well, now we're getting into the fun stuff. The copyright is basically a way to protect your work. Most people don't really realize it, but let's talk about songwriting, the most common thing. If you write a song, as soon as the pen leaves the paper, you have copyright protection. It's called a common law copyright.
Okay.
The only problem with the common law copyright is there's no proof that you wrote the song. When you want to obviously be protected that this is your work, you need to find a way that there is some empirical evidence or some proof of that. And generally speaking, the best means of doing that is to file your song in the Copyright Office in Washington, D.C., which is a Form PA. You can download it off the internet. It's from the Copyright Office. Form PA, you fill out the form, you send in the money, you send it back to the Library of Congress, and you have something that's concrete proof that this is your composition, it was done on this specific day. There's no better proof. There's other ways cheaper ways to copyright things. Mm-hmm. You can copyright things in a series, meaning you can copyright more than one song at a time. Because it gets kind of expensive and laborious that, right. Hey, I wrote one song, I got to send it in, and here's the money and everything else. If you can send them in a series, you can copyright, let's say, 10 songs in a series. That one song that you think somebody might have stolen, if it's in that series, you still have protection, mm-hmm. because it's in the Library of Congress. If you don't want to go through the hassle of doing that, most music business professionals are not out there copyrighting each and every song that they either write or publish it or whatever the deal is. They may ultimately do that when they see that they're getting a song that's going to be released to the public. But the most important thing on any copyright is the timestamp, which means if you have it in the cloud or you have it posted someplace where there's actual recording of it, and there's a date stamp or a time stamp on it, that it's been posted on that date, there's evidence that you wrote the song, and there's evidence of when that song was written. Now, again, old school, but people still do it. What they'll do a lot of times is they'll take a recorded version of the song. They'll actually take that, put it in an envelope, and mail it to themselves and never open up that envelope. So there's a date, there's a postmark, mm-hmm. on the envelope with a date in a sealed envelope. So if anybody ever stole your song, you get in the file, here it is, and you open it up in court.
Do I need to copyright my song?
Most music professionals do not copyright every song they write. Again, they'll copyright the songs as needed, which means like if a song's going to be out in the public domain, it's going to be released, it's going to be on radio, it's going to be in film. Obviously, that's a big arena and you want a copyright. Absolutely. But generally speaking, each and every song, and I know a lot of guys that are getting started in the industry, well, I don't want to play you the song because it's not copywritten yet. If I copyright every song that I own or we wrote or whatever the deal is, that would be a full-time job. I'd have to hire somebody to just do that, and then it would cost a fortune to do it because Absolutely. You'd be doing... So, with respect to you, do you feel the same way about that, or how do you and your manager handle that?
Well, right now it's handled through the publishing, my pub deal. They do it for me. Mm-hmm. Everything that I turn in is under them, and then I don't even see it. I don't even.
Do you know if they are copywriting every song?
I think they're copywriting. I think they're copywriting my whole catalog. So like at the end of the year, they'll just do it all.
Okay.
And I'm sure it's not every single song that
mm-hmm.
what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's all time stamped now. So if it does come to a situation where somebody's like, we wrote that song, it's recorded.
It's recorded
so many times.
Right.
Yeah. But before I had a deal, I don't think I maybe one time I think this guy was like, we're going to use your song on a TV show, and I got kind of nervous and was like, I better copyright it,
Right.
But no, I don't. I think.
But that's good advice. I mean, if it's going to be on a TV show, it's going to be in a movie, it's going to be on the radio, whether it's your version or somebody else's version, then I think you're stupid not
Right. Yeah.
not to copyright it officially.
You got to play it safe. You got to,
Right.
you know, if
Absolutely.
it's getting traction or somebody's like looking at it,
Right.
get a copyright to protect yourself. But you don't want to. You don't. Here's the thing. There's a certain point. I mean, it's a process, and if you are spending more time copywriting than you are creating, that's an issue.
It's a bad,
so,
yeah.
You know,
bad
I think you know, finish the song, set it aside, get to the next one, and you're going to keep getting better. And if you're anything like me or a lot of writers that I know, 6 months down the road, you're going to be like, I don't even like that song.
Right.
Like,
I never even sent it to anybody.
I'm not going to show
Right.
anyone that song because look at this song.
Right.
It's, you know, and it.
Right.
I mean, I know guys that are 60 years old who are writing who are saying like, I can't believe the songs I wrote last year. I mean, like, listen to this. You know what I mean? So, as for creative people, you just keep keep doing things, and if you're working at it, you get better and better. And I don't think you don't need to copyright every single song you're doing.
Right.